Hi everyone. This is just a video of my 64th birthday. My wife took me on a 10-hour, 486-mile drone photography trip. We started out at our favorite Mexican restaurant over in Titusville, as you can see, and we've been there several times. We took the dog, Gunner, of course, and we watched 3 space launches from this awesome restaurant before, and unfortunately, Artemis did not make it. So from there, we traveled down the coast and we went down to Melbourne Beach. We did a little bit of drone filming there just for a few minutes. And then we took off south again, went to Sebastian Island State Park. And what a wonderful place that was. We both never drove down A1A all the way down the state, down to Jupiter, so we wanted to give it a shot. And since my wife has never been at the Navy National UDT SEAL Museum, I thought it'd be cool to stop there. I went inside and got permission to fly my drone around the actual outside of the museum, and that was a special treat for sure, because I'm sure that's not permitted. But the guys inside were very welcoming, and of course I had my Spectre hat on. So, and Gunnar also had a good time. He actually thought the dog was real. But what a great place if you're ever in Fort Pierce to go see. Make sure you don't miss it. It is a fantastic museum. So from there, we went down to the Manatee Observation area, and we checked that out, the Manatee Center at Fort Pierce. And it just seemed like such a beautiful venue to take a look at, and then of course to launch the drone and get some footage. The Atlantic looks so great. A little bit different water view than the Gulf, but still, it's a pretty nice place. Wouldn't want to be there in a hurricane, but then again, no place is good in a hurricane. So I just flew the drone around a little bit and captured some footage. It's very picturesque, and the harbor there is just fantastic. Beautiful boats all around. I just want to capture a little bit of the area and some of these beautiful sailboats and powerboats out there. Definitely nice place. So sit back and enjoy a little bit of that. Speaking of Fort Pierce, the SEAL Museum, I did a lot of filming, and I'll make a follow-up part 2 to the SEAL video I've already put in of the inside. And I just did video shots all around the outside, so you can take a look at that, and I'm sure you'll want to go visit there one day as well. Definitely a cool place. I always love to capture the water, the bridges, and the beautiful greenery. And so there we kept on going south, and again went all the way down to Jupiter, and my wife's always wanted to see the blowing rocks. And we got there about an hour after it closes, because it closes very early, 4 p.m. And so we just stopped on the side of the road, and I launched the drone, and then flew it over the mangroves. Just wanted to see what was over there. It's definitely cool with the coral formations and things like that. But I don't know, a little bit of a letdown, I thought. But then again, it looks like it was like low to medium tide. I'm sure at high tide, and it's supposed to be in the winter months, it's supposed to be very dramatic with the water crashing among the waves. But you can see how clear the water is. It's just absolutely beautiful over there. I was hoping to see some sharks or something in the water, but didn't catch anything like that swimming around. So I figured I'd just do a little bit of droning. And you know me, I just love to film, so just had a good time. And the water looks so peaceful out there. You can see some pelicans diving in the water, getting some fish. And again, this was roughly about 6 p.m. So it was starting to get a little bit late. And I saw where the boardwalk ended out to the beach, where the blowing rock the actual exhibit, if you will, is. So I flew over there, and then panned the camera down just to take a look. And you can see there's a couple of real big rocks there. And it's different perspectives when you're down on the beach, of course. But I actually had pretty low signal. Mangroves were definitely blocking the signal when I got low. So I want to stay high because I didn't want to take a chance of losing my new drone. And this is the DJI Mini Pro 3. It's fantastic, fantastic little drone. Nice 4K footage, and the colors are great and really cool. But definitely nice rock formations, and I guess everybody goes to see the water splashing on the rocks. And then as you see, there's the boardwalk that they built out. And this is kind of where we pulled off the side of the road. So I figured I'd pan up, get a little bit of Jupiter here. And it's a beautiful section of Jupiter. I guess it's where all the millionaires live. There's some fantastic huge houses all on that street that you drive down. So once you get over to Jupiter Inlet, you make a left and you go back up north. And again, it's real super high-end homes. I understand there's a lot of country singers that live there and things like that. So afterwards, we figured, what the heck, let's cut across and try to hit old Highway 70 across to get out of the I-4 traffic. And so we did that, and I have never got to actually see Lake Okeechobee. You know, obviously I know where it is, but I wanted to drive all the way to the water and take a look. And what do you know, we caught it at sundown, and it's absolutely magnificent. It's such a huge lake. I mean, literally, it looks like you're looking at the Gulf or an ocean out there. Cloud formations are really nice out there. So we're definitely just relaxing, watching the sunset. And there was 4 or 5 vehicles out there as well. But just a nice little place. And we're over by a dam. So I got a little bit of video of the dam and things like that. So you'll see that as I'm panning around. And it's looking south. So it's really picturesque. And that little island way, it's kind of an intercoastal waterway a long way. So I want to get north of that so I could actually see the lake itself. And there's the dam I just spoke of. I always think they look great from the drone's view. So you check it out. Never fly exactly over a dam because it's still considered critical infrastructure, so stay away from it. But it's nice just to get some views. Kind of neat. I always like to discover neat things when we're up in the air. You find all kinds of cool things to take videos and stills of. So, as we're going back out to the lake itself, you'll see the few cars parked out there. And there's ours right in the center. And there's me in the field. So I started panning around, wanted to get some more of that sunset. Check that out, it was an absolutely beautiful sunset. So I want to capture it in all of its glory. Love the sun reflections. And then as I was going around, Corinne told me, she goes, look in the water. So I was like, well, what do you mean? She goes, look at the water close by the shore. I said, okay. So I started flying the drone over there. I wanted to see what the commotion was. A few of the people were also looking in that area. So I descended, as you see. And then I got a little closer to the water. Looking around. And I'm looking around visually right now, not through the drone itself, trying to figure out what's going on. Just again, always looking for stuff to film that I've never seen before on drone footage. Just want to check it out. So I started panning around. I saw something in the water there. You could barely see it over the... And then you see the head, almost got taken out by a bird there. And look at the heads there. You know what those are. Florida's wonderful livestock out there in the water. So I kept searching around, searching. Whoa, there he is. Big old gator. So I thought it'd be cool just to film a gator just in the wild, just kind of, you can tell he's looking around for a little dinner. Feeding time right around sunset. So that's a hint on when not to go out swimming in lakes. But as you see, that's a pretty healthy one. And so I filmed a couple of those guys, and there's another. This guy was a little more photogenic, so he kind of turns and gets in there, and you can see he's looking for the fish that are jumping. So I didn't want to disturb him too much. Descended a little bit just to get a little bit closer footage, but didn't want to upset him or scare him away or anything. And they don't seem to mind the sound of the drone. Of course, this Mini 3 Pro, it's definitely the quietest drone I've ever flown. Super quiet. Definitely the nicest one around people and everything else too, and animals. So it is definitely quiet. Here's a few of the stills I captured. Just a really nice view. I'm just not used to seeing a big lake. And this is the biggest one in the state for sure. So it's definitely a nice sunset evening. And then we started our trek back, headed toward Bradenton on Highway 70. Then once we got over the bridge, we started heading north and back home. So thank you so much, sweetheart, for the great day.